And we are live. So before we dive in that we are live, I just want to make sure we are where we need to be as we are on 3 different platforms. So just checking in to our tribes because we want to make sure everyone who needs to hear this today is with us. So yes, we are on Twitter. So all our Twitter fans, which I'm still growing for Twitter fans there. It's already gonna happen. See all this energy, and I can't speak. But your dog is speaking for me, so thank you. I appreciate it. Yes. What's her name?
Her name is Jasmine, as in princess.
There we go. Jasmine, thank you for speaking for me. I appreciate that. Somebody has something to say good, so hey.
I always have nice things to say about you, Joanne. Oh my gosh, you are amazing.
I know you always have great things to say to me. Oh, let's lower this. We have that echo. So we're now on YouTube. So all of our fans on YouTube, do us a favor and hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. And I believe there's a little bell. So tap on that too.
Yes.
All right. We're going to land where we're going to be the entire time because usually on Facebook is where we get a lot of our activity. So let's dive into Facebook, see who's there with us. It looks as though we have one person already joining us there. So that could just be me or you.
There you go.
But whatever the case is, so now that we are where we need to be, real quick introduction. I am Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your certified holistic personal trainer, intuitive healer, cosmic energy reader, medical astrologer, master of numerology, and the creator of the Chakra Balance Numerology Cosmic Energy Forecast deck. And I'm loving how, let me see if I get my hand there, that card is showing up, that 22. Anyway. And beside me, today is a great magical day because I get to play with one of my favorite people on Facebook. So I'm going to let her introduce herself. So go ahead and introduce.
Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us today. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Gail Nicholson. I own Creative Command Coaching and Consulting. I am one of the 3 crones from 3 Crones and the Woo Woo podcast. And we also do another podcast for businesses called The Spotlight. So I got my hands in many cauldrons, so to speak. Oh, and I read tarot too. Yeah. From the Robin Wood deck.
Yes. And like I said, this is a magical day because I get to play with Gail. Now, there's something that Gail and I have in common, and I'm sure Gail knows this but probably forgot it, is our personal energy year number. We are both in our 4 energy year. And what that means for those of you who may not know about numerology, the number 4 represents building a new foundation. But in order to build that new foundation, we literally, or should I say the universe, breaks it up, breaks our foundation, like literally tears it apart in all areas, not just one, but all areas, like our career, our relationships, our health, and everything else along with that gets broken up. And both she and I are in our 4. So it's about building our foundation, finding the balance, being more stabilized, having more harmony. But here's the secret word. Being patient while it all takes place. Yeah, not one of my best qualities in regards to that. So I just love when I get to play with someone who's in the same energy field as me because we sort of understand each other in one way or another. And I truly believe that Gail truly understands me. She's probably one of the people out there that like knows me by the back of my hand like I know myself. And that's because she and I in a past life were sisters. Yes, we were. I truly believe it. I've seen the 2 of us as little ones. When I first met her, I'm like, oh my God, why am I seeing this little girl next to me when I was little? Like, oh my God, she's my sister. How damn exciting. So yeah, history about Gail and I and why we vibe so well together. So what we're going to be doing today, which of course was last minute because I don't know, my brain just like sleeps most of the time. And then when it wakes up like, oh my God, we have to do this. And then I'm like, okay, who can I connect with? Who can I have fun with today? And Gail was like the first person I thought about for today's energy because we're in the new moon. Literally We've passed it. It's 12:34. Well, 12:36 now. So 12:34 p.m. today, the moon moved into Pisces energy. Now, for
No,
those
it moved into Pisces yesterday, right? Oh, no.
today at
Today.
12:34. Yes, at 12:34.
Oh, the sun moved into Pisces yesterday. That's where I got confused. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Actually, the sun moved into Pisces on February 22nd.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been in Pisces season for a little while, just that the sun now has rotated out of Aquarius and moved into Pisces at this exact time, which is why it makes it so powerful for this energy. Whereas, let's say if we had the new moon coming in at 12:27, it wouldn't be as potent as 12:34, because when we think about 1, 2, 3, 4,
right,
the universe is literally saying to us, everything is in divine order.
Right.
There's nothing we need to do. Everything is in the order it needs to be, and whatever is happening behind the scenes, because as humans, we only see what's in front of us. We tend to forget to use that lens we have within to see what's behind the scenes, and everything's in order. There's nothing that we need to do. As long as we go ahead.
Well, I was going to bring into this also the numerology of the date. This is an 11 day.
Yes, yeah, which is another thing. Now, I've mentioned this a few times when I was one of the hosts on the Three Crones and the Woo Woo, that one of the things that I love the most is, besides the full moon and new moon, is master numbers. And then when we have them on the same damn day, I don't know how to act. I really do not know how to act. This is, to me, the day of like anything that can magically happen today is going to happen today, because it is a powerful 11 energy. Now, for those who are not aware of what the number 11 means in numerology, the number 11 is a master number, as Gail says. Now, what exactly is a master number? What does that mean? It means that energy vibes at a much higher frequency than if we were to take that 1 and take it to a 2, which we don't usually do with master numbers. So this actually means that our relationships, because number 11 is the master healer of relationships. So if we were to pull this all together today, if you leave today with anything, this is the message. Every relationship you're in today, whether it's the relationship with self, money and others, career, home, whatever it is, everything is healing. Everything, because number 11 is the master healer of relationships. So everything is in perfect order when it comes to all of our relationships. And I want to really stress this portion of it, including our money. Our money. Yes, we are all in perfect divine financial order with our money. So if there's anyone out there today who might be stressing about not having enough money, worried about how are they going to take care of this and how are they going to take care of this, what I recommend big time is to let go of the worry, let go of your fear, and trust that the universe is supporting you, and you will. So if you are receiving an unexpected bill today, that is the universe's way of letting you know that dollar amount is on its way to you, because otherwise you wouldn't have gotten that bill in the mail. And that's my strategy. So when I get an unexpected bill, the first thing I think of is, oh my God, I'm going to receive $800 something today because this bill showed up, because that's how it rolls, and that's how the universe works it. But the universe also tests to make sure that we are in that alignment of trusting. So the key component here is not to go into a state of fear and worry like, oh shoot, this is here. How am I going to take care of it? That's fear and worry. So we're going to let go of that and trust that today and going forward, because this new moon's energy really is giving us the energy to move forward from now right to the end of the year. This is a very powerful energy. So it's not just 1 day, it's not just 2 days. It's a powerful energy that's going to last throughout the entire year. So stay with that energy for today.
Yes.
So I love that. And when we talk about that 11 energy, just from the overall day, we look into the 5 and the 6. It's just a powerful master number for today, a master way of going, which is why I decided that Gail and I wanted to, or need to, provide some collective energy for everyone who is watching. And just FYI, we have a lot of people tuning in right now. So just to give some of them a shout out, and then we're going to dive into this. We have, let's see, we have Tanya, Therese, Robin, Anthony, Sue. They're all watching with us right now. And like I said, we're going to do collective energy readings. So this is for everybody, whether you're watching with us live or you're watching later. And this energy is for the new moon and to help you plant some seeds. So when we provide the insight today, it's planting a seed, something that is very possible as long as you take inspired action to do what it is we're planting. And that's the magic to this. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to have Gail start with her tarot card. She's going to pull a tarot card, and then I'm going to follow it up with my cards. And what my cards are going to help you do is tap into one chakra to help you clear the energy so you can manifest the very thing you're looking to plant today as the intention. Are we ready to have fun, Gail?
We are ready. All right. I've already shuffled the deck. So
Awesome.
what we're going to do basically is we're just going to split it open. And this is the collective energy. This is the first thing that we're going to take a look at today and see what is up and what we can do to support it.
Excellent.
So we have,
doing that, before you go further, Gail, as she is doing that, I also want to note that we have this beautiful golden light wrapped all around us to protect our energy. And these readings are for our most highest purpose, highest vibration. So just that golden energy just being around us. Awesome. So I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
No worries. So we have the 10 of Wands. All right. Now, in looking at the 10 of Wands, you see that this gentleman is carrying an awful lot. You know, normally we only have one wand that we have to carry in life. This person is carrying a burden of carrying other people's wands, right? Probably a little exhausted from carrying the burdens of other people. So for you, you know, if you're carrying the burdens of other people, being concerned about what other people think or might say about what is your thing to do in life, your work to be done, your magic to be, presented to the world through the form of that wand, right? Put them down, right? You do not have to exhaust yourself carrying that worry, carrying that burden of other people's stuff. All right. That's basically all there is for me to say about that. If you find yourself exhausted from carrying things that don't belong to you, set it down.
Excellent. I love that. And I love the fact that even though, yes, he's carrying 10 wands, other people's stuff, when we think about the number 10 in astrology, 10 is about the work that we're here to do. And a part of the work that we are here to do, and interesting, just to show you a number that I got, which is 1129, hello. The work that we're here to do is really about learning how to heal the relationships that we have with other people. And sometimes we do tend to carry other people's stuff for whatever the reasons are. Maybe we feel the other person can't carry it on their own, so we take it on. So in addition to what Gail is saying, and what chakra we want to work on today so we can clear the energy, so we can literally learn to let go of what is not ours, because we don't have to carry everyone's stuff. We really don't. The chakra is the high heart. And what this means really is about being able to be compassionate to yourself and send out that compassion and kindness to all those that you may be carrying their energy, to all those that you may be feeling they're pointing their fingers at you. So that kindness and compassion, and also noting clarity. When you are ready to put down all the people's stuff, you literally clear your energy where you can start to gain clarity. You start to recognize what really is yours and what's someone else's. And something I've heard many people say is when you are holding on to whatever it is, a question you might want to ask yourself is this my emotion or is this someone else's? Exactly. And when you can get clear on if it's yours or someone else's, if it's someone else's, here's your invitation to put it down. If it's yours, here's your invitation to gain some clarity. So our number 29, right in alignment to today's date, that 11.
Yes.
Powerful. I don't think I need to say anything more about that other than recognizing that 11 energy is associated with Aquarius. And Aquarius is our community, which also means know that we are in this together. Every one of us are working together with each other. You are not alone. So if you do feel like you have burdens, reach out to someone for support.
Yes.
So that's our first card. Love that. Go ahead, Gail. Card number 2.
All right. Card number 2. We are going with the Tower.
Ooh.
Yeah. So this is really, March 2nd with the new moon in Pisces. This is a moment, and like we're in the apex of this moment of new beginnings, right? And like Joanne and I were talking about before, with the foundation year of 4, when there is this new beginning, there must be a tearing down of what wasn't working before. So don't allow that tearing down of the tower, that destruction of the tower, to instill fear. Look at it from the point of view like this is clearing the way for new changes, new beginnings, unheard of abundance that we haven't even imagined before. What?
Keep going.
Okay. So yeah, the tower, it can be very scary, seeing all of those things that have been familiar to us, whether they're great things or not, right? Like a lot of times we get really comfortable with the sewage up to our nose and we can't smell anything but the sewage. So we the idea of roses is an alien concept, right? But don't allow that fear that automatically wants to come to the forefront of your mind when you see the structures of what is or has been being dismantled. That is your sign of newness is to come, of rebuilding the foundation, of growing something completely different. And roses could be in your future.
I love that. I love that. And it's so funny because as Gail was sharing her insight, and the reason why I left my chair is because my cards do go flying when I'm shuffling and asking what do we need to know next regarding this card. And my cards literally flew across the deck, across the room. I'm like, really? Sometimes I need a spare deck. Yeah, flew right across the room. And with this one deserves 2 cards because they flew literally across the room. So card number 1, based on what Gail was just sharing, in regards to our personal energy year, which is 4, which is what her and I are on, building our new foundation. But when we think about the overall universal energy, which is that 6, which is really about healing our relationships. And relationship has a big category from our relationships with self, others, career, money, health, fame, success, you name it, it sits in that umbrella. So the first thing to come on is fearless.
Nice.
So when you fall into fear, when you start getting into doubt, into worry, into, as Gail mentioned about, in order to build a new foundation, your other foundation does need to break up. It needs to crumble, even though it might have worked for you in the past. And I myself is very much there. I've been in the health and fitness industry for over 30 years. And my whole platform is shifting, and it is very scary because it's like in my head I'm like, but I've always done personal training, what's going on here? And it's not that I'm not going to do personal training, I'm just doing it in a very different way. But yes, my fears do show up because it's like really different. So I have to remind myself to be fearless in this new foundation as it starts to build, as I start to see it climbing up. And when I do, that allows me to tap into my sacral energy. Your sacral energy is all about how you create what you create. Now, of course, when we're in a space of fear, we're also in a space of judgment. Like, first thing I think of based on what I'm experiencing is, oh my God, I'm a big failure. What I do wrong, and all that, judgment, shame, blame, and even guilt. So if you are feeling that, allow yourself to release it and step into being fearless so your sacral energy can open And it's so interesting because I know yesterday when Gail was on her amazing show, Three Crones and a Woo Woo, she spoke about the orange energy, and she's got a beautiful, beautiful meditation ritual for today, which has been posted on my page. And she's got there's the magic candle.
The candle is burning as we speak.
Exactly. So tapping into your sacral energy today, so you can be the creator of what it is you wish to create today based on this beautiful, beautiful energy of the new moon. 7 and 8, when we think about that energy, works out to be a 15, which is a 6. So this is about healing, right in alignment with the year that we are in, 2022. We do not make this shit up. We really don't. We really don't. Now, as I said, 2 cards flew out. Second card, and I don't make this shit up, freedom. Freedom. Nice. When you can really let go of judgment, shame, and guilt that you have towards yourself. Because remember, this is really about ourselves. When we are judging somebody else, we are literally judging ourselves. When we are ashamed of ourselves or ashamed of someone else, that's really ourselves we're ashamed of. So when you release all of that, you gain freedom, and that allows you to create. But sometimes when we have freedom, when we literally have freedom, in fact, I have a client that is like living her life for the first time in freedom. She has no one that she has to answer to. Her children are grown. Unfortunately, her husband recently passed. So she doesn't have anyone to like come home to and say, well, I'm going to go check out with a girlfriend. She could just go and do it. She's got freedom. But sometimes that freedom could be scary. And if it is, it's really important to ground the energy. Ground your energy so you can be balanced and have the ability to have your freedom. 1 and 4 is 5. When we think about the number 5, we think change. And change is the game changer. You cannot possibly have something different unless you change. And that is the total truth of it all. You have to be willing to change something in order to get a different outcome. So that's how card our message based on Gail's card today. So Gail, let's go for a third one.
All right, number 3. I'm going to shake these up a little bit.
Yes, and for all of our viewers, let us know how this is resonating with you. Let us know if anything is hitting home, if you get an aha moment. Let us know that by putting whatever it is you want to put in the comments. I love interaction.
All right, so card number 3, Temperance.
Ooh. Yes, I know that camera.
I know, it's like,
where is the camera?
Left is right and right is left, and yeah.
Yes.
So temperance is all about moderation, right? Everything in moderation, including moderation, being patient with whatever it is that's in front of you, so that more can be revealed. So when we have those moments, especially when, that change is coming up, right? And that transformational tower is coming up, and all of that is in our face, that things are going to, not be the same anymore. For a lot of us, that change, of course, is frightening. And like Joanne just talked about with the other 2 number cards and the freedom and the fearlessness, we want to make sure that we are on an even keel, not overreacting to the change that's coming, not underreacting to the change that's coming, but being temperate in our responses. Not allowing other people's judgments and fears to become ours, but trusting in the universe, that the universe is entrustable, right? Trustworthy, that it supports you, that it's got your back, and that everything will eventually work out for good in the end. It just will. So yeah, that's the Temperance card.
And I do shuffle my cards. I really do. And again, we don't make this shit happen. I mean, we don't make this shit up. So I can't even talk. My card. Change. Change.
Perfect.
Perfect. Now, when we think about the change card, when we think about the chakra, which is the throat, now here is the big message. Where the change needs to come in, where it needs to start from, is what you are saying to yourself. You
Yes.
have to stop telling the story. You have to stop in that backstory of like, oh, this is what happened, and change the story. Start telling the story how you like the situation to turn out.
Yeah.
And when you start doing that, you then shift your energy, and that itself is change. Now, the other thing about number 5 in numerology and also astrology, 5 is about having fun. So, in all this change that we're experiencing, we have to remember that we have an inner child, and that inner child needs to have fun. So, big, what I'm hearing right now is stop taking life so damn seriously. And that's a big one for me because I'm really serious about what I do. and, and learn to be more playful in what you are doing. So, if you are, and we all are, in a transitional phase right now. Every one of us, whether you have a personal energy of 4, or you have a personal energy of 1, or you have a personal energy of 9, doesn't matter what your personal energy year number is for this year. We are all experiencing a massive change in our life in one area or the other. But remember, it's important to have fun. Do something every single day, not just once a week. Do something every single day that's gonna include fun in your day. And I'm doing mine right now because I am playing with Gail,
Yes.
providing some amazing insight for all of you. So, throat chakra today. Remember, the change first comes from within what you are saying to yourself, and once you change that, massive change happens. Love
Yes.
it. All right,
Yes.
Gail. Let's do another one.
One more? Okay,
Let's do
definitely.
one.
At
Yeah.
least one more. All
Yeah.
right. So let's go with, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse.
Ooh, interesting.
Yes. So let me take a look at this because I'm not as familiar with the reverse of things as I am with the upright. So we're talking about problems at work, a warning against travel. The seeker should guard against deceit, carelessness, inertia, and laziness. All right. So in a sense, what we're talking about is be careful, right? Don't be fearful, but be careful, right? If you've got travel in your near future because of all of these changes, or possibly you might be shifting into a whole new way of doing business, right? So be aware of that. Don't necessarily resist it. Just realize that there are big changes afoot, and we should guard against watching, being listening to what people are actually saying, and also watching what they're doing. Watching out for being careless, not paying attention to what you're doing and where you're at, especially when you're traveling or driving. Getting those energetic, intuitive hits to take action on something and then not doing it, right? Take action when you've been nudged to take action, especially now. The entire planet, like Joanne was just saying, the entire planet is going through an awful lot of change right now. Even with what's going on in Europe right now with Ukraine and that war situation, how they are doing that has changed entirely from how war usually has happened in the past. And the underdog, if you will, has a much bigger leg up than the massive arching energy. And you know which ones I'm talking about as I'm talking about that, right? So understand that we just need to be aware of our surroundings at all times, aware of our power at all times, aware of our angels and the fact that they are available at our beck and call to go and intercede on our behalf at all times, right? Not many people realize that you can send your angels to open up the hearts of those that you need to interact with, negotiate with, and so on. If you've got a job interview coming up, meditate beforehand and send your angels to go and open their hearts and minds to receiving you if you want that job. Same thing with if you want to change locations and maybe live in a different place. Ask your angels to go find that perfect place that will be fulfilling to you and comforting to you and secure for you and inspire you, and then come back and lead you to it, right? put your angels to work for you so that you can be aware of all of the possibilities that are available to you.
I love that. And again, right on target with the card that showed up. Right on target, right on target. Gail must have used the word travel a handful of times in reciting this insight from this card. And when we think about the number 9, because 3 and 6 adds to a 9, in astrology, the number 9 is the 9th house, which is associated with travel and spiritual wisdom. Now we are in we are in Pisces season as we speak. Pisces is the most intuitive sign there is. Pisces carries all 12 astrology signs within itself. When we think about Pisces energy right now, we have Neptune and we also have Jupiter right alongside the sun energy, which gives us the ability to tap into our spiritual wisdom, which is that higher education, the spiritual wisdom, which allows us to connect with, as Gail's saying, your angels, archangels, your loved ones, your fairies. The thing about our angels and all of them, that partnership is that you do have to ask them. You have to call on them. You can't, they're there, they're hanging around us, but unless you actually say, I'm open to receiving insight, I'm going to have a conversation with whomever. You don't have to be specific, but you do need to call on them to help you. Otherwise, they don't intervene because they're not like that. It's just the way it is. It's the law that you have to invite them in to give them work to do. And if you do have a job interview coming up, just as Gail said, talk to your angel. Say to Archangel Michael, hey, you know what? Use your blue sword to clear out any obstacles, to put my application on the top and highlight my application, that when I sit with the interviewer, that they're going to see the amazing things that I can do for their company. If you so desire that job, put that intention out there and you are in power. The 9 energy, when we think about numerology, it's letting go. Once you put that energy out there to your angels, once you've had a conversation with a loved one, you've given them their work to do, then you need to surrender and know that it's already being done. Do not linger in that energy. Do not worry about, well, are they doing it for me? And checking in again. No. Put the energy out there and then let it go. And know that everything is working as the new moon, 1234, 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything is divine order. Anything that is meant for you based on your highest version of yourself will come to you. Yes. You don't have to force it. Don't have to add resistance to it. You just have to let it be. So you can have that transformation. Chakra to work on is your high heart. When we release the resistance, when we release the worry behind us, we do allow our heart to become lighter, calmer, and more at ease, where we release the anxiety as well. So it's really important to work on that high heart in compassion and knowing that whatever it is you're traveling to, how you're exploring in your education, whether it's the spiritual realm, whether it's from books, whether it's right here today, what you're learning from the two of us. This is your opportunity to transform. And every single minute of our day, we're in an opportunity to transform. So surrender, let go, have an ending, end the old way of how you do things, and allow yourself to embrace that we're in this together. The divine timing is with you. The universe has your back, and everything is happening for you, not to you. So whatever the experience that you're going through right now, no matter how dark that experience is, it's really happening for you. And until you get to the other side of it is when you'll say to yourself, wow, I really needed that experience for me to be where I am. So I'm loving that card. You want to do one more, Gail?
All righty, let's do this. All right, we're going to put a fresh shuffle on it.
Yes, this will be the last one for both of us because I want to mind all of our time, because I know we all have other things we need to be doing other than playing all day.
I know, but it is amazing how fast this time has gone by because it has been so much fun.
Yes,
you know?
Exactly.
Always. And thank you again, Joanne, for allowing me, inviting me to come on and do this little thing with you, because this has been absolutely phenomenal. And my life has been enriched by your presence ever, since before even you were the catalyst for Three Crones and the Woo Woo starting. I just love interacting with you. You've been my rock and my support through a lot of different things, and I am so very grateful for your
It's gonna make me cry,
influence.
by the way. Remember that Pisces is an emotional water sign. I
Mhm.
happen to be a Sun Pisces, which makes me very emotional. So she's gonna make me cry. I don't have time for tears today because I have lots of Facebook lives to do. So makeup is done, no tears, but I appreciate everything you just said.
They need to make a special mascara that only cries when you're like only like smears when you ugly cry, but tears of joy, leave it alone.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
All
What
right. So
card you got for me?
our last card from the Robin Wood deck today is Strength. Oh, I love
Ooh,
this
that's a
card.
beautiful card to end off with. And I
It
love
is.
that
It
picture.
is.
It is gorgeous.
Yeah. So the number 8 of the major arcana, 8 being infinity, that's always what I think of is the infinity sign with 8, an infinite abundance. Strength is has always been a very noteworthy card in my experience. Yeah, with my life experiences, I've had to be strong a lot, but what this is reminding you, what I'm hearing that it's reminding all of us right now, is that we each individually have the strength that is required to get through these transformations, that destruction of the tower, the building the new foundation, the changes that are coming about. We have the strength within us. We have the what there is for us to say to ourselves, to encourage ourselves. We have the resources at our disposal, whether it's human relationships or the relationships that we have with our angels that are just waiting for us to send them forth and do our bidding for our highest good, our highest evolvement. What it comes down to is you have what it takes to get through whatever you are going through and come out the best possible version of yourself. So keep going. Know that you have more reserves than you could ever imagine to call upon in any time of need. And just stay strong, even when those fears come up due to the change, due to a shift in circumstance, whether it's work, travel. Draw upon your awareness, draw upon that courage deep down inside you. Be fearless and know that you have everything you need and more in every moment.
I love that. I love that. Now, before I pull up my card, two things I want to tap onto. When we speak about strength to start off with, there's this old saying, and that old saying is God only gives you what he knows you can handle.
God has a very high opinion of me sometimes.
Exactly. Secondly, as I always say, anytime anyone, not just Gail, not just myself, but any of us who are experiencing darkness, heavy darkness, it's because we have a higher calling of the work that we came here to do. And a part of the work that we came here to do are those experiences. So those dark moments are leading us to where we're supposed to be. And without it, and I said this earlier, without those experiences, we don't have all the pieces to get to where we have to go. So those of you who are experiencing or who have experienced extreme traumas in your life, just know that that's just part of the piece to getting you to where you have to go, and that God, higher power, whomever you want to refer to, has chosen you to be someone that's going to be the light for many others. And keep that in mind because you have a higher calling. Now, with that being said, and I was trying to figure out, based on what Gail was saying with her card, how this particular card worked in, because all the other cards worked in really, really nicely. And of course, the last card of our reading for today threw me off track because I'm like, how the hell does this one fit? But it does. And how it does, the card is family.
Mm.
And know that most of our biggest traumas are related to family.
Hmm.
Most of our biggest traumas are related to family. Our family are the mirror, is the mirror to everything we're experiencing. Every person that we've endured in our family, whether it's our mom, our dad, a sibling, a grandparent, an aunt, an uncle, a friend, whomever it is. And as I said earlier, Gail and I are sisters from a past life, so she's family.
Mm-hmm.
And because our family mirrors not just the negative energy, but also the high vibrations as well. So everything I see in Gail is a reflection of what I see in myself. And I see Gail as a brilliant woman. So that reminds me of how brilliant I am. And when you can focus on what is positive about every person in your family, it helps you to see what's positive about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Brings us to the number 1 and 5, which is 6, which brings you right into your healing. When we take the whole energy of today, that 11, based on the 3-2-2022, you get the 11 energy, which is, again, as I said earlier, it brings us full circle for today. It really is about how we are healing all of our relationships on a higher vibration, not on the level where we can see it, but the work that we came here to do so we can heal whatever the fears are, whatever the judgments are, whatever the guilt is, whatever the blame is, whatever the anger comes from, wherever it is, we're healing from that. And we're doing it with one family member at a time. And that's the key. And tapping into the heart chakra, where it really is about allowing yourself to be in a space of love, unconditional love for yourself, no conditions. You love yourself just as you are, and you love every family member, those you've inherited as well, as they are, recognizing their positive, beautiful side to them, and know that they are doing the best that they can be doing for what they know, and that you are their teacher. You are teaching them how to be a better version of who they are, and they are teaching you how to be a better version of who you are. And we're in this together. And I'm loving that the card is green because it's very much associated with the March energy, St.
Mm-hmm.
Patty's Day.
Yeah.
And remembering that March, out of the 12 months in the year, this is the only month that tells you to do something. So all march forward. All march forward. It's now time to literally take a step forward. Stop staying where you are. Stop feeling like a trapped mouse, and start allowing yourself to take the step forward. And use this powerful new moon in Pisces. Embody this energy. As I said, Pisces is a water sign. Pisces is a feeling sign. Our emotions. Allow yourself to feel what you're going through. Do not be disconnected. When someone says to you, how does this feel to you? Don't give an explanation to what it is, but tap into your heart and feel it. Because once you can embody the feeling to it, that's where you begin to heal. So that's our cards for today. This was super, super, super exciting and fun.
Yes, I had a great time. Thank you so much for inviting me to play with you today.
Yes, and for all those who hung in there with us, I'm hoping that if not all the cards, at least one card that both Gail and I shared resonated with you today. Please do us a favor and share this out, because you just never know who you know may need to hear these cards, these words of wisdom. And because I was jotting it down as we were going along, the chakras to work on during this amazing new moon will be your root chakra, your sacral chakra, your heart and high heart, and also your throat chakra. So those are the main chakras to work on today to really benefit from this amazing new moon energy. Gail, let everybody know how they can reach you.
Well, you can always reach out to me by email at g2@gailnicholson.com. I am on Facebook at Gail Nicholson. You see it written there in front of you. And make sure that you tune in to Three Crones and the Woo Woo every Tuesday at noon Eastern Time. That can be seen on my YouTube channel, Gail Nicholson, my business page on Facebook, Gail Nicholson, and in the Three Crones and the Woo Woo free group. So hope to see you guys out there.
Awesome, awesome. And you definitely do want to watch the Three Crones and the Woo Woo, because besides for Gail, there's two other amazing crones there too, Krister and Damaris.
Yeah.
The three of them bring magic together when they come together. So you do want to check them out every Tuesday, 12 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yep. And yesterday's episode is up on YouTube already. So definitely go and check that out. Yesterday was a great episode. Oh my gosh.
Yes,
it was a
yes,
blast.
it was. And for those of you who are not tired of seeing me today so far, you can come join me later at 3:33 p.m. Eastern Time for Joanne's Cosmic Energy radio show. I will be providing a what am I doing? Zodiac readings for all 12 zodiac signs, and possibly going to be pulling 3 cards for each zodiac sign, which means it's going to give you up to 9 cards to play with. If you didn't get enough insight here and you haven't felt like you've tapped into all your chakras yet, tune in 3:33 p.m. Eastern Time. You could just stroll down my Facebook, find the link, and come join me live today. I'll be live pretty much all day, throughout the day. So if you're not tired of me yet, I look forward to seeing you. But for now, enjoy this new moon's energy. And Gail, again, thank you so much for playing with me today. I had so much fun. I love being in your energy. We need to do this more often, and I'm sure we will. Yes. So with all that being said, bye-bye to our audience for now.
Bye.